Today I'm going to give you a tour of Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas, and there are 4 ships in this class, and we have been able to sail on all 4 of them. The Brilliance of the Seas in the Mediterranean in 2016, the Radiance in the Seas around Australia in 2018, the Serenade of the Seas to Alaska in 2022, and most recently, the Jewel of the Seas in June of 2023. Since these 4 ships are sister ships, they are very similar in layout and design, and I am looking forward to showing the Jewel of the Seas to you. At the central bank of elevators on every deck, you will find these handy ship diagram models. They are great for a quick look to see which direction will take you to the front of the ship forward, or to the rear of the ship aft. There are 2 sets of passenger elevators and stairs. One is located midship and the other is forward. I'm going to start at these forward elevators. To get to the centrum from the forward elevators, you must walk down the corridor of Deck 4's guest rooms. Royal Caribbean Online is an area for complimentary computer access. You will need to purchase Voom at Sea, which is what they call their Wi-Fi package, to access Royal Caribbean's internet, whether using one of their computers or your own devices. An internet host usually has posted hours here in case guests need help with accessing the Wi-Fi. A quick glance at the midship elevators as I walk around, 4 that face the exterior of the ship and 2 that face the interior. The central lobby has a bar and seating that faces inward. Often there are activities and musical entertainment in this area. There is an ATM machine here if you need to withdraw cash to use in port. Guest Services is located here on Deck 4. The staff is willing to help you with any questions you might have, and if you have any issues at all, please be sure to talk with Guest Services so they can get things resolved timely. They want to make sure you're having a wonderful cruise. The Shore Excursions staff is located to the right of Guest Services. As I circle around by the midship staircase, almost back to the elevator bank, we see the entrance to the lower floor of the Tide's dining room. At the time of this video, they were serving breakfast. Guests can request a table for just their party, or they can request to join others. The menu is posted on the wall across from the stairway for every meal. You can also find the menu on your app. Let's see what's for breakfast. You may need to pause the video if you want to really study it, but I believe there is something for everyone. It will take a little more time than the buffet, but it is not crowded, and I really enjoy being served on vacation. All of the midship elevators have glass walls, and if you look down as you enter, you can keep up with what day of the week it is. Deck 5 gives a glimpse of the lobby below. There is seating around for relaxing, listening to the music, meeting up with friends, or to enjoy a beverage or snack. This is my favorite morning spot. Cafe Latitudes. Here there are complimentary pastries in the morning, and they have specialty coffees and teas. These are not complimentary, however, they may be included at certain loyalty levels or if you have a drinks package. They can also be charged to your onboard account on an individual basis. Here is the entrance to the 2nd level of the Tide's dining room. We just saw everything on this deck from the central to the aft. Now let's head forward. There is a curved hallway with shops on the right and left. I'm filming this early one morning before the shops have opened, but I came back down when they opened so you could see a look inside a couple of the shops. This one has sunscreen and toiletries in case you forgot some necessity, and if you're missing your Pringles, they're here too. And of course, Royal branded merchandise. There's a little entryway here to separate the shops from the next section. Here we find the photo gallery. These partitions can be opened up to display the photos of guests taken by the ship's photographers during the week, and you can play hide and seek with the photos to try to find yours. There's a conference room tucked in here behind the photography desk. Usually this door is closed, but I was able to get a sneak peek while on my morning video run. There were 8 rows of 8 chairs set up with more chairs stacked, so there is ample room here for a good-sized group meeting. We are now far forward on the ship, and there are theater entrances to the right and left of the forward elevator bank. There are also access doors to go outside on this deck. Let's go. I'm walking forward toward the very front of the ship. Then enter an enclosed area with these rounded openings. Here's my little hint. These windows make great frames for photos as you sail in scenic areas. When you climb the stairs, it will take you to the helipad. This area is usually open for scenic sailings. Backing up from here now, we are facing aft. When the helipad area is open, it is possible to walk completely around the ship. Hi! No, that didn't really say hi. It was H1, whatever that means, because here is H2. It gets a little darker as we enter this tunnel toward the very back. My next little hint. If you want some great scenic photos from the back of the ship, this is a good place to come. There are lounge chairs here that are great when the weather is hot and sunny because the overhang of the lifeboats gives shade on one side of the ship or the other, depending on the position of the sun, and you have a good view of the water from here. The tunnel up ahead is the starboard side entrance to the helipad, and these chairs are set up for a smoking area. Those poles on stands are ashtrays. Okay, I have come back inside here on deck 5. If you don't really like glass elevators, these forward elevators only offer a view of yourself as you enter. As I exit onto deck 6 forward, it looks very similar to deck 5. There are entrances to the theater on both sides of the elevators here too. If I head toward the aft on the starboard side, I enter the pit stop, which is a sports bar with a variety of sports being shown on the various screens around, and an entrance to the Casino Royale. If we venture down the port side instead, we find the cinema. They show pretty recent movies in the cinema. Usually the same movie will play several times per day. It seats about 45, so it is important to come early if you want a seat. Whether you venture left or right from deck 6 forward elevators, you will end up at the sports bar and the casino. I'm filming early one morning in port while docking, so the casino is not open right now. Exiting the casino here on deck 6 brings me back to the central area. A quick peek down at the centrum lobby reveals a morning stretch class. We walk through the schooner bar. This area is a great place to congregate with friends while enjoying a scenic view. A lot of trivia was hosted here during my sailing, and it served as a good place to wait if you have dinner reservations at one of the specialty dining venues. Chop's Grill specializes in steaks, but has more on the menu than just steak if you're not a beef eater. The other specialty restaurant here is Giovanni's, which offers Italian dishes. It is set up very similarly to Chop's Grill. Continuing to the aft of the ship is the Safari Club. To the right at the entrance is a small library with available books to borrow as well as some games which can be borrowed. And to the left are a couple of pool tables. You might think it would be difficult to play pool while at sea, but these pool tables are cantilevered so the surface stays balanced. On this table they offer some type of daily puzzle, perhaps a Sudoku, a word search, or a crossword puzzle. In the very aft is a huge venue. This area often hosts guest lecturers and bingo during the day, and it is currently set up for an art auction which will happen later today. In the evenings it is an entertainment venue. This is also a great place to sit and enjoy aft views in climate-controlled comfort. Now on to deck 7. Here there's a small business center set up with a few computers for guests to use. You still need a Wi-Fi package to access the internet, but I found that these were connected to a printer which comes in handy for folks at times. They also offered a community puzzle set up at this desk for anyone who might want to work it. This is the only public area on deck 7. The rest of this deck is dedicated to guest staterooms. Next, we will head up to Deck 11 because Decks 3, 8, 9, and 10 are just guest staterooms, and there's no real need to go down to Deck 2 unless you need the medical center. And fortunately, I have never needed the medical center, so I have no videos there. Now, let me quickly use this time to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. It supports me for you to subscribe, and it doesn't cost you anything. Now, if you're not sure exactly how to subscribe, if you're watching my YouTube video on your phone, just click the little icon of me, and it will give you the option to subscribe from there. Deck 11 is the Lido deck. The aft of the ship has the Windjammer. This is the name for Royal Caribbean's buffet. The buffet is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the hours are posted at the entrance on the printed daily program and on the app. On our sailing, we had the happiest crew member on the planet to greet us.
Hello everyone, don't forget to washy.
There are seating areas all along the sides near the buffet and before you even get to the food stations. I'm filming this during breakfast hours. There's a station for cereals, oatmeal, granola, yogurt, and fresh fruit. All of the typical hot food items, including baked beans if you're into that kind of thing, sausage, boiled and scrambled eggs, pancakes, French toast, bacon, and hash browns. There's a made-to-order omelet station. At lunch, this becomes a grill for burgers and hot dogs. Donuts and pastries, a waffle station. An area for toast, bagels, English muffins, jams, etc. For those on gluten-free diets, here is a bowl of gluten-free bread. There are 2 drink stations in the Windjammer, and the staff keeps glasses filled with orange juice, apple juice, and water. During lunchtime, you will find iced tea and water, as well as some type of fruit drink, maybe lemonade or punch. On the other side is the coffee and hot tea, and the self-service soda machines are on the starboard side. Guests who purchase the appropriate drinks package can fill their cups here. If the weather is nice, I like to bring my food to this area in the aft of the ship. There is an area with floor-to-ceiling windows and comfy seating away from the elements, or I can go farther aft and enjoy the aft view at these tables while eating. The port side is like the starboard side here in the aft of Deck 11, but if I enter these doors back into the Windjammer, the soft-serve ice cream station is right there. Exiting the Windjammer from the port side, I pass the elevator banks, and it leads me to the pool and hot tubs. There are plenty of loungers available. Then again, I'm filming in the morning, and we are in Norway, so it's a little cool, so you would expect some lounge chairs to be available right now. Past the outdoor pool is the solarium, which is covered. There is an indoor pool, hot tubs, and lots of loungers, as well as tables and chairs. On this Norway sailing, this was a popular place. This exit takes you to the entrance of the spa, where you will find a reception desk, nail and hair salon, separate men's and women's shower and steam room with lockers. And by the way, if you are really tall or really large and you're larger than your cabin shower, because they are pretty small, you can come here and get a shower in the nice large shower areas. There's a treatment area waiting room and treatment rooms. Exiting the spa, we can go around by the forward elevator banks to a little cozy seating area before the other entrance to the solarium. The Solarium Bistro has a drink station and an area for food. In the evening, when the buffet is closed, there are snacks to be found here. Now we are back to the other side of the outdoor pool, where we find the pool towel stand and a display of several towel animals. Continuing on Deck 11, you will find the smoking area. Good to know if you're needing to find it or to avoid it. Back inside is the art gallery. Heading up to Deck 12, the loyalty desk is located in the seating area just outside the mid-elevators. If I go outside and toward the aft, there's the sports court. Here it is set up for pickleball, but kids are waiting in the sidelines for the scheduled changeover to basketball. And if you go up the stairs, you find the rock climbing wall and the mini golf course, which wraps around the aft of the ship. Back down to Deck 12 and aft is the shuffleboard court. Nothing much around back here, but once you round the bend, you find Izumi, the specialty Japanese restaurant here on the Jewel. It's also on the Serenade and the Brilliance. The menu is a la carte pricing, or it might be included in a specialty dining package you can book on board or pre-book on the website or app. If you are sailing on the Radiance of the Sea, you have a Brazilian steakhouse, the Samba Grill, in this area. Heading forward on the starboard side, we pass Adventure Beach for the exit to the water slide and a kids' water area. Climb the stairs in this tower to go down the slide. We could continue to walk around the front of the ship, but let's duck inside to look around here. There's a video arcade, which costs extra, and the Fuel Teen Club for ages 12 to 17. At some times of the day, this area also hosts babies and tots for parents to come play with their children up to 36 months old. This is not a supervised drop-off area. Adventure Ocean is located here too. This is the Kids Club area for ages 3 through 12. The 3 to 5-year-olds are called aquanauts, and the 6 to 11-year-olds are the voyagers and explorers. It is important to stop by the registration desk on embarkation day to register your children and to pick up a schedule of open times and activities. Back outside on deck 12, we find the walking jogging track. And the deck chairs are just a little in the way here. If we tuck in here at the forward doors, we find the entrance to the well-equipped fitness center, open to guests who are 16 and older. It has lots of treadmills and stationary bikes with a view of the ocean, other exercise equipment, and free weights. I thought you might like a quick look at one of the public restrooms since no one else is in here at the moment, and I am not going to tell you where these lovely ladies are. See if you can find them when you go exploring the ship. Finally, up to deck 13. A lot of cruise lines don't have a deck 13. I guess they really do, but they call it deck 14 and they just skip the number 13 altogether. The Diamond Club is a lounge open to guests who have earned Diamond or higher loyalty status. They serve a continental breakfast and evening hors d'oeuvres, and loyalty members can relax here anytime. The Concierge Club is a similar lounge available to those who have booked full suites. But the Vortex is open to everyone, with floor-to-ceiling windows and comfy seating. It is a great place to relax during the day, and it becomes an entertainment venue in the evening. Exiting from here to outside will take you back to the rock climbing wall and mini golf course we saw earlier. Whew! The Jewel of the Seas is a great ship with lots to see and do. I'm Shirley with Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.